Good Saturday evening, everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com, because meteorology rocks. Superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic and the nation. This is the evening edition of the daily video forecast discussion for the weekend here on the 22nd of May, 2021. I'm going to talk about current surface observations, tropical activity. We'll check in with the National Weather Service on rip current hazards. And also, we're going to look at the sea surface and tell you about, well, basically the surf zone forecast. All of these things are starting ahead of time. This is the last weekend before the official week of Memorial Day weekend, which is starting next Friday. Well, you know, we've got a lot of ground to cover tonight, so let's start. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith. First of all, we're going to check in with the National Weather Service in Mount Holly. There is still that rip current statement here for portions of Monmouth County in New Jersey. We've already had a couple of people rescued earlier this week. There is a high rip current risk now in effect through Sunday evening, right along the Delaware beaches, eastern Monmouth, Atlantic, coastal Cape May, coastal Atlantic, and coastal Ocean counties here for tomorrow. Rip currents again are going to be on the high side and dangerous. The beaches of New Jersey and Delaware through Sunday evening. Rip currents can sweep even the best swimmers away from the shore in deeper water. Most beaches are not staffed with lifeguards yet, so stay out of the surf. In addition, the ocean water temperatures are only in the low to mid 60s. Entering the surf is totally discouraged at this time, and that is the reason. We've already had rip currents occur from that ocean storm, which is now a subtropical storm Anna. And so also this week is also Rip Current Awareness and Beach Safety Week, and that runs from the 20th through the 22nd or 28th here, which is the official start of the Memorial Day weekend. Can you spot the rip? Yeah. We'll show you what this is. You can check this out on weather.gov/safety/ripcurrent. Check the water conditions. You can watch Dr. Greg Dusek discuss the rip current awareness. Check the water conditions before you go in by looking at the local beach forecast before you leave for the beach and talking to a lifeguard at the beach. Some places don't have lifeguards on them yet. Only swim at the beach with lifeguards. And the chances of drowning at the beach with lifeguards are 1 in 18 million, according to the U.S. Life Saving Association. Don't assume great weather for the beach does not always mean it's safe to swim or even play in shallows. Rip currents often form on calm, sunny days. And what are scientists doing to keep swimmers safer? Find out in the video, Predict the Rip. Rip currents aren't the only deadly beach hazard. Learn more about the dangerous waves and other hazards by clicking on the link here, and why you should never turn your back on the ocean. Surf rip resources. All of this is current on weather.gov/safety/ripcurrent. Once again, we told you there is a high risk of rip currents through tomorrow evening, and the surf zone forecast for New Jersey and Delaware, for Monmouth and the beaches of Sandy Hook. Rip current risk is high. Surf height 4 to 5 feet. Thunderstorm potential none. UVI index very high. Water temperature is in the lower 60s. Mostly sunny skies for tomorrow, Sunday. High temperatures will be in the lower 80s at the beaches, and the winds will be out of the northwest at around 10. Tides in Belmar, low tide at 11:14 tomorrow morning, and high tide 5:34 tomorrow evening. Sunrise again tomorrow morning, beautiful 5:33 a.m. Sunset 8:13 p.m. On Monday, there is a moderate risk of rip currents in these areas. Surf height 3 to 4 feet. Thunderstorm potential none. Partly sunny skies. High temperatures will be in the mid-60s on Monday. That's quite a change from tomorrow. And tomorrow will be in the low 80s. So that's about a 20-degree drop with a cold front coming through. Winds will be out of the east at about 15 miles an hour, becoming southeast in the afternoon. Sunrise, we did this. So rip current risk is high, and if we go to Long Beach Island, same kind of thing here. And so you get the idea here. Be safe, don't go in the water. Next up, we have subtropical storm Anna at 5 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time this Saturday evening. This is advisory number 3. Maximum sustained winds about 35 knots, about 40 miles per hour. Minimum central pressure 1,007 millibars, located about 34.5 north, 62.4 west, moving to the northeast at about a slow, steady speed of about 5 miles per hour. Let's take a look at the forecast graphics here. Get into this. Forecast public discussion. Let's see. Yeah, it is no coastal watches or warnings are in effect. Subtropical storm Ana was located near 34.5 north, 62.4 west. The storm is moving toward the northeast at about 5 miles per hour. Faster motion towards the northeast expected tonight into Monday. Maximum sustained winds around 40 miles an hour and higher. Gradual weakening expecting tomorrow and Sunday night. Ana is expected to dissipate by Monday. The next advisory, hazards to land, none. Next advisory at 11 p.m. tonight. And there was something here in the Gulf, but that moved on shore this morning. So there you go. In the Gulf, this is. Next up, Storm Prediction Center. At the surface this evening, we basically have high pressure in control, but we do have a trough access right here off the coast, and that has been nearly stationary, pumping in moisture from off of the ocean over the top of the ridge. There's a couple of short waves here, and it's not showing the radar, but we'll get to that in just a moment. Upstairs, 850 millibar analysis. Yeah, warm air advection occurring across the region. We know that. 700 millibar analysis. Some moisture here over the New England states and out over the coastal waters here where the trough axis is located. And a little bit here with the next trough shortwave coming in. And that's supposed to, let's say, I don't know, minor out a little bit. This doesn't look too impressive to me. But then again, let's go back here. Go back into the composite radar. Go into the subregional sections here. Northeast, subregional. We can pull this up. And with that trough axis offshore and a couple of short waves rolling over the top of the ridge in place, it was plentiful cloudy across the region this afternoon. There were breaks of sunshine here and there, and then the clouds just filled in. And there's some showers under this too. If we get to composite radar here, we can see some of this developing and moving in. A lot of this stuff is so high, it's not really reaching the ground here in the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area. But there is some echoes here across the Hudson River Valley, the Poconos here, which could dot the skies later this evening. More importantly, maybe perhaps tomorrow afternoon. So we'll check out the forecast for all of this going in just a moment. Let's take a look at the water vapor channel. That tells the story too. Lots of clouds spilling over the top of the ridge. Here comes high pressure across the Great Lakes. And why isn't this thing moving? I don't know. Yeah, but drier air is trying to advect in here across Pennsylvania, the Great Lakes region, into western Pennsylvania, the Ohio River Valley, but plenty of cloud cover today. It's showing up nicely from the New Jersey Weather Network on Doppler radar's base reflectivity here out of Mount Holly, Fort Dix here. A few light showers here into southeastern New York's Hudson River Valley area, northeastern New Jersey. Most of this probably not even reaching the ground. We'll check that in a moment. And some over the eastern portions of Pennsylvania. A few spotty showers here in southwestern New Jersey. Air temperatures today. Well, let's go back here. Let's do our extremes first. We can get into the Weather Network. Here at 6:30 this evening, warm spots, Mullica Township, 87, Vineland 87, also East Brunswick, West Creek, Hamilton at 86. Cool spots, if you call this cool, Hackenstown 76, also at High Point Monument, 77 at Fortescue, 78 up here at Walpack, and Lower Alloways Creek. Oh yes, and the one thing we forgot to do, so let's go back here for a second, is here at the Weather Center and New Brunswick Rutgers Meteorology Program in New Brunswick, New Jersey. It's 84. The wind is out of the west at about 1, gusting to the southwest at about 6 miles per hour. Other current temperatures around the region this hour running in the upper 70s to low and mid 80s. Look, even 80s here right along the coast. Pretty impressive, but for this time of the year. Maximums today, wow, they got hot by the shore, and I'm sure we'll check the webcams out here, and there are plenty of people here right along the, well, there's plenty of people outside anyway, from everything that's going on and the break in the weather and the vaccinations and just being outside. It's 91 at Oceanport. These were high temperature. Seagirt at 92, downsloping wind here. Other areas here in the low and mid 90s, upper 80s here, where there was a predominant amount of cloud cover. The visible satellite, once again, the sun is not setting just yet. Plenty of clouds over the region now. Let's take a look at the wind speeds here. Wind speeds are pretty light. Since they've updated this with Leaflet, they've not provided the wind direction, but winds are really light outside right now. And in terms of precipitation, there really hasn't been anything that's being reported on the ground. Nothing. National Weather Service in New York City at Brookhaven, high risk of rip currents again at the ocean beaches in New York this weekend, although they're not showing, well, they're doing the marine forecast, but they haven't shown any update on their Rivers, Lakes, Climate Pass on boating or ocean just yet. But there is a high risk of rip currents at the ocean beaches this weekend. Heading out onto the water this weekend, be prepared for dangerous and cold water immersion because the temperatures are cold. Let's check this out. And again, always, air temperatures will rise well into the 80s to near 90 on Sunday. However, water temperatures remain in the upper 50s to around 60. Please be prepared for the danger of cold water immersion if you're planning to head out on the waters. Now, head out on the waters is in a boat or, you know, a small craft, but not a swimmer. Don't go swimming. Always wear a life jacket. Wear cold water protection like a wetsuit or a dry suit. Carry an emergency position indication radio device and file a float plan with someone you trust. Check out the latest marine forecast, including water temperatures and the buoys right here, and we'll do that in just a moment. Okay, again, this is National Boat Safety Week here. And it's national. And you can find this at weather.gov/safety/safe boating. In other news here, a temperature record here at Bridgeport, Connecticut. 87, Connecticut today. The old record was 85 today in 1991. Let's see if there were any others here. Yes, also at Kennedy Airport, the temperature got up to 94, and that's a new high for the day. And this ties, actually, the old record of 94 back in 1990. And the marine weather message here from Montauk Point out to 20 nautical miles, including Fire Island, New York to Moriches Inlet to 20 nautical miles, and then from Sandy Hook, New Jersey to Fire Island, back to 20 nautical miles here. There is a small craft advisory in effect until 2 o'clock on Sunday. West winds at 10 to 15 knots and seas 4 to 7 feet. Sandy Hook to Montauk Point out to 20 nautical miles until 2 p.m. on Sunday. Conditions will be hazardous to small craft. And from Montauk Point to Sandy Hook, including the Long Island Sound, the Long Island Back Bays, and the New York Harbor, basically small craft advisory again through Sunday afternoon. Tonight, west winds at around 10 knots, seas 4 to 7 feet, mainly in southeast swells. Slight chance of showers with an isolated thunderstorm this evening. Tomorrow on Sunday, west winds 10 to 15 knots, seas 4 to 5 feet. Sunday night, northwest winds 15 to 20 knots, becoming northeast after midnight, seas 3 to 5 feet. We'll drop this. And in Delaware this afternoon, the temperature reached up to 93. That is at Georgetown, and that breaks the old record of 92 back in 1996. That's the only record high in this area. We'll do the National Weather Service's database here in the Northeast for high temperature potential records here. We've had a couple today. Tomorrow, there could be a few more here on Long Island, here in the I-95 corridor, as temperatures get inland away from the water into the 90s again. We cool it down with a cold front. No records here on Monday nor Tuesday, but here comes the heat through the Ohio Valley, the Appalachian mountain chain here, and we could be dealing with plenty of records here on Wednesday ahead of the next cold front, and this could be substantial. Temperature breaking records here, potentials in the 90s here could be broken. And that all shoots down a little bit by Thursday. Everybody's heading out to the beaches, their summer homes, or what have you, the mountains. Few record high temperatures potentially being broken here, and then that cold front comes through and things cool down again by Friday, May 28th. But don't worry, the temperature is going to rise back up over the holiday weekend. This is only dealing with the daily high temperature potential records. If I wanted to do something else, we want to do the record highs, and let's get into the United States. Let's get into the New Jersey, New York City metro area. Again, for today, we got into the upper 80s and lower 90s, so that's true. Away from the water, even in the 80s here on Long Island. Tomorrow is going to be just about the same. Monday, nothing. Temperatures back into the 70s and upper 60s with a cold front and a refreshing onshore flow. Temperatures jump back up into the upper 70s to around and even around 80 or so as we head into Tuesday. But look at this. Temperatures again spiking well into the 90s away from the coastal plain and even in the upper 80s to around 90 just inland from the immediate New Jersey coast and the coastal waters. Temperatures on Thursday, not that bad, upper 40, upper 80s to lower 90s, especially in the I-95 Philadelphia corridor. Another cold front comes through. Guess what? Next Friday, the start of the holiday weekend here, Memorial Day weekend 2021, hopefully a much better one than it was last year when we were in lockdown. Temperatures back to the upper 60s and low 70s. Quite comfortable air to begin the holiday weekend. Next up, let's do the HRR model for the northeastern United States. We'll do the simulated radar to start, and this is the latest model cycle. I think we'll backpedal this to 18Z this afternoon, and this is loading now. And there are a few showers around the Hudson River Valley area into northeast Pennsylvania late this afternoon as we head into, let's see, late tonight, early tomorrow morning. Not a lot going on here. Everything is well to the north over southeastern Canada. And let's see if we can move this right along here as it's loading. Could be an isolated shower around the region, dropping down now with that cold front that's getting ready to drop in from the northeast on Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. So there could be some shower and thunderstorms out over the Cape, around Albany and south. Maybe a pop-up shower here over north central Pennsylvania, more so back towards Port Huron and Toledo, Ohio, and Detroit, Michigan. As that front makes its way south, that's where things dry out as we head into Monday and things just really calm down. Could be a few showers and thunderstorms on late Sunday night, early Monday here across southeastern New Jersey. Again, this will probably be just drying off. This is the latest HRR model guidance. And then that front, which stalls out, comes back as a warm front, and another short wave moving through on Monday. Could be a few isolated showers around in northeastern New Jersey, the Poconos, and then southwest towards central and southern Pennsylvania here. And again, near Baltimore, again, here comes another short wave in the flow. Looks like more showers and thunderstorms as you head into Monday afternoon across this region. Other things we want to look at, we already looked at the temperatures. Let's look at the 850 millibar temperatures. This is going to tell us a lot as this loads. Lots of heat building up through the atmosphere here as we head into Sunday afternoon, where 850 millibar temperature is going to be rising to 15 degrees Celsius. So, and don't see any kind of major cool down here through Sunday afternoon. Again, that was from the current model guidance, which goes out to 18 hours. Let's take this out further here into Sunday afternoon, Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. Again, atmosphere is really going to warm up around here, but all the cold air is locked up in, or chilly air is locked up in Canada under this domain. And by Sunday afternoon, temperatures rising to 15, 17 degrees Celsius at 850 millibars. That's generally warm. That supports temperatures in the 80s and 90s for sure. That backdoor cold front comes through on Sunday night and Monday and drives those temperatures down from 15 degrees down to 5 degrees Celsius, 2 degrees Celsius across the Connecticut and Hudson River Valley area. So that's some chilly onshore flow coming in on the back side of this. But don't worry, because all of this cool air here on Monday afternoon will be increasing once again once this front stalls and then heads back as a warm front with perturbations along it during Tuesday actually, Wednesday, and specifically on Thursday as well. Wednesday is darn hot around here. And then another cold front comes through and cools us down for the start of the Memorial Day weekend 2021. What are we looking at here? This is the Weather Prediction Center's 24-hour precipitation ending tomorrow night, Sunday at 8 o'clock. Virtually nothing is going on here. 48 hours, not too much. Have to backtrack down through southeastern Virginia and the Maryland, Baltimore area here for anything, and that doesn't even look impressive to me. 72 hours, 120 hours, and finally 168 hours, which takes us out to Saturday, May 29th. This is with a cold front coming through, so it could be a half of an inch or quarter of an inch or so. Maybe a little bit spikier here in the Bridgeport, Connecticut area with any thunderstorms that move through this area, but that changes the forecast because the temperature is going to cool down quite a bit as we head into the Memorial Day weekend. So that's going to do it for this weekend edition here. We'll be back tomorrow morning on Sunday for everything live. It's GardenStateWeather.com, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, because meteorology rocks. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith. You have a pleasant Saturday evening and a beautiful Sunday, and we'll be back with you tomorrow morning.